Hey, you're now in the den with Dr. Jenn. Why are we here in the den? To talk, to expand, to liberate ourselves, and to start thinking about female sexuality outside the box. Are you an older woman who's been called a cougar before? Or are you a guy who's used this term before? Was it a positive or negative thing? I personally find this term fascinating, so I invited Jane and Spicy Suzy into the den to discuss. You know, it's always great to have you two here. And you know, I don't know what it is, but I feel like it takes a little pressure off of me. Well, I find this topic fascinating as well, but if you don't mind, I'm gonna ask you, Dr. Jenn, why did this topic grab you? Yeah, I mean, you're only 35. You're not a cougar like Jane here. For your information, Suzy, I prefer older, mature, worldly men. Okay. Actually, Jane, your question is actually a great way to start this topic because I was in a bar a few months ago talking to several male friends who were all younger than me, probably between ages 22 and 30, I think. And one of them made reference to me as a cougar. So how did you react? Did you embrace the term? No, that's the thing I realized during and after the fact. I was pissed. I felt like I had to defend myself, like to say, but I'm not over 40, I'm not divorced, I'm not on the prowl. It totally pushed my buttons. And I hate the way that it made me react with, that's other women, but not me. I just realized how horrible it is, the way it's women are pitted against each other in unwitting ways. I know, but ladies, let's at least define the word first. I'm sure not everyone out there even knows what we're talking about. And in preparation, I actually read about this on Urban Dictionary. And one definition of a cougar is an older woman who frequents clubs in order to score with a much younger man. So like a 35-year-old plus female who's on the hunt for a much younger, energetic, willing to do anything male. You know, sink her claws into an unsuspecting young buck. But he's not really unsuspecting. He really wants it. Okay, that's not too bad of a definition. But I actually brought this topic up with a group of women and men ranging from their early 20s to early 40s of age, and none of the women thought that it was a positive term. Like, we all felt like it was really mocking, derogatory term, and none of us wanted to be referred to in that way. Screw them. If men can't handle our sexual independence and forwardness, then we don't want them in bed anyway. I like them young and feisty so I can teach them a thing, or two, or 40. I hate to say it, but part of me actually agrees with what Suzy's saying here. I think the concept's shifting a bit, though, as cougars are gaining in popularity because they are confident, sexually expressed women and know what they want and how to get it. In a lot of ways, this is actually a great role model for women and society. Older women teaching younger men the ways of sexual pleasure. So it sounds like it's an attitude, being a cougar, that's starting to be respected in some circles. Well, you know, I'll tell you for myself, once I realized how much the term made me react and defend, I knew that it meant I really had to come to terms with whatever was stirred up in me so that it didn't have that power over me. Exactly. Just like facing up to your shadow sexuality. Totally. Well, I mean, with everything society's telling women is bad about aging, it would be so great to reclaim a word like this and embrace the positive aspects of aging as women. Yes. Women can get more embodied and sensuous as we age. So what that I have some cellulite or I've got a belly? I have got some years of experience under my pink belt, and me knowing my pleasure means that we all get way more pleasure. This was so great. I knew you two were the right ones to bring in for this topic. Sexual fun fact number 792. What percentage of people fantasize about having a threesome? 70%. And more of those folks are not just fantasizing about it, but actually trying it out. The Den recommend, and I'm doing this section instead of Dr. Jenn because I just really love this book and wanted to talk about it. So one of my favorite sex therapists and authors, Dr. Gina Ogden, released her newest book this summer, The Return of Desire, a guide to rediscovering your sexual passion. Now, Gina is the same author who brought us Women Who Love Sex and The Heart and Soul of Sex. And this time around, she's focusing on why so many women seem to experience a loss of desire and how we can use a holistic approach of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual to transcend the limited messages we've learned and enjoy sexual pleasure throughout the span of our lives. As with all her books, it's written in a light, engaging style, but is packed with useful information. She so poignantly addresses the complexity of female sexuality, and through this, liberates us to break outside our comfortable yet restrictive box and move into healing, self-love, and connection. Party conversation starter. Now you may have thought of this one for yourself after the Den chat today, but ask what people think the word cougar means and launch a discussion about that. There are so many nuances to dig into. The differences in sexual expectations by gender, women and aging, women who are sexually confident, and why we have terminology that potentially demeans women in such a way. You may very well start a heated discussion. Enjoy and reclaim. Are you on the prowl? Visit me at DrJennsDen.com or email me at Jennifer@DrJennsDen.com. Expand, embrace, reclaim, and be kind to yourself.
Here we go. You got like hair sticking in your face.
Yeah, I know. I'm a messy whore.